Welcome friends to another Dune video. Today we examine Jessica fighting against members of her own order prior to the first Dune novel by Frank Herbert. This is taken from the Duke of Caladan, so spoilers for that, as we consider what actions did the order take against Jessica for the choice she made, having Paul. Did they see him as a possible asset or a mistake? Let's get straight into it. So to catch you up on the relevant parts of the story, Zora is sent as a concubine for Leto, but was not allowed to go into Jessica's room by Thufir, and she is a replacement for Jessica, who herself has been sent away to the Bene Gesserit, and Jessica and Leto have fallen out. Zora is surprised Paul is still alive, and two further Bene Gesserit have been sent with the task of eliminating him, but have not yet put that into action, despite having the time as they arrived before Zora. If Leto's son was killed, the Bene Gesserit believed the Duke's barriers would fall, and then Zora could manipulate him with that vulnerability. Leto was also away at this moment, but she planned to find out where he was, and Paul is acting in Leto's place. As Duke of Caladan, Zora wanted to meet Tola and Aslan, the two extra Bene Gesserit sent, and work with them. As Jessica returns to Caladan, she feels the port is so familiar to her, but she has not come home in the way she wanted. It could not become known she had returned. She had to stop the Sisterhood's assassins, but if other people knew, this could cause issues. As Jessica walks through Cala City, she learns that the Duke's new concubine Zora has been stabbed to death in an inn. Jessica struggles to hide her surprise and asks and is relieved to hear her son is fine. No ordinary person could have killed Zora. She was a Bene Gesserit. Using her knowledge of Caladan to get into the castle, she walks along the shoreline just as the water is about to come back in, and once at the sheer cliff, she will be able to climb up into the castle itself. She sees a shack Leto uses and decides to use it herself as a temporary base, but someone has gone there before her. It's Tola and Aslan, the Bene Gesserit. They meet outside, all taking on a fighting stance. Jessica says she will stop them hurting Paul. Tola says Lithia in the Sisterhood has said they cannot take the risk of him living. A quick note, Lithia is in disagreement with other parts of the Sisterhood on this topic. Aslan says after she is dead, they will then eliminate the Duke's son. Jessica laughs, thinking of the incredible security gathered by Thufir in the castle. She takes out a knife and moves down to the sea. It will stop them attacking her, at least from that direction. The two women draw their own knives. Jessica sees these are weapons of assassination, not made for duels. One says, how does Jessica hope to win against them? She replies, I fight for my son, for his life. Aslan pushes Jessica back, but she keeps her footing even as the waves meet her calves. Tola attacks from the other side. Jessica cuts her arm, driving her back. The other forces Jessica to retreat again, to stop that giving them an advantage. As it became harder for her to fight in the water, she jumped onto a nearby rock. Jessica's blade rang against Aslan's, then Tola drives her back yet again, but Jessica keeps her balance on the rocks, leaping from one to another, the tide getting closer. Aslan taunts her, saying they will dump her body where Paul can see it. Jessica says they have to take her first. Aslan and Jessica face off, both on rocks now. Water spray hits Aslan in the eye, and she tries to clear it from there, but stumbles. Jessica strikes. Aslan holds the back of her neck, then collapsed and fell off the rock into the sea. She had killed one of her own sisters. Tola pushes Jessica back to where she is running out of rocks, as they had mostly been submerged, but Jessica could still see the tops of some, so she leapt onto one of them. Tola follows but misjudges, and she slips into the water, and Jessica launches herself, feeling only necessity, and kills the last of her son's assassins. Darkness comes, and Jessica returns to Leto's shack. She leaves her sisters' bodies to the surf. The book tells us they will be chewed and torn by the rough rocks, battered about, until they were cast up on some other part of the shore. The seawater turned red as it foamed around the bodies and pulled them out with the retreating waves. Tides ebbed and flowed, as was their nature. Jessica wished she knew why this attack had happened, but Paul was her priority, and he lived. Now friends, I turn this over to you. Any comments to make? Drop them down below for me to have a look at.